So there is no rest here in Broomball. They don't have to flood the ice. So we are really into the warm-up for our next game, which is a 5-minute warm-up. Kilsyth Young Guns in white, and we have Saskatchewan Big River Crusaders, I believe, in black.
Yep. So the Kilsyth Young Guns in white, that's our host team. They were started up a few years ago by Linda Thompson. She's also the trainer for the Young Guns. If it wasn't for Linda, everybody that's here right now would be standing outside the bay shore wondering what we should do.
So she holds it all together.
Yeah, she is by far the figurehead. She is a tireless worker. The amount of stuff that she's pulled off in all three of our events, and especially this one, is just incredible. Like the amount of work that goes into it that nobody will even recognize for if you're not familiar with it, that you don't even know happens. She's so good at it, and so efficient at it. Really, she deserves the most credit of anyone.
Well, and I can imagine, because again, I was up at the rec center last night just for something different, but the tables that were set up there as teams checked in and all of that, it seemed to be running very smoothly, and somebody has to be in charge of that, right?
Yeah, that's right. And we had some growing pains maybe with the provincials a couple years ago, and then with senior nationals. So as far as this goes, we're about as well oiled as we can get.
So let's get right to the standings here. So these two teams are playing their, well, Kilsyth is playing their third game of the day, and they're 1-1. And then you see the Big River Crusaders there from Saskatchewan, who only played one game and they have one loss. So lots of Broomball to get started.
Yeah, with the girls division, there's an odd number of teams. So there's only 7 teams, so they actually play a true round robin. So each of these teams will play every team. So each team will have one day with 2 games, one day with 3 games, and then the Friday morning they'll all have one before heading into the playoffs.
Okay, so teams against Saskatchewan and Kilsyth Young Guns, one of the host teams here this weekend, or the host team. Very experienced. Well, so are there as many girls playing Broomball out there as there are boys at the teenage level, or is it still kind of growing in the girls' area as well?
To be honest, I think there's probably more.
Okay.
There's a midget Young Guns team as well. Now there is a midget Kilsyth Flyers as well, but there are a lot of girls, a lot of young girls that played before that have graduated out of the Young Guns team. But, as I mentioned, the women's league in Katy has 12 teams, and so it's by far the biggest league around. For instance, our Katy League has 12 women's teams, 7 men's teams, and then there's a Masters League with 4 more teams.
Oh wow!
That's more teams than Manitoba has
altogether
in all of Manitoba. So, yeah, the women's Broomball is booming. I think a part of it, the girls' hockey has really grown over the last 15 years, and a lot of those players, same thing. There's not really that much adult women's pickup, so they look for something to play, and they get to their teenage years being 15, 16, and they find another sport. So
well, and I look at Jessica McGregor's name right at the number 34 for one of the goalies. She was a very accomplished hockey goalie herself, but has aged out of the midget years, and I know she's been playing Broomball for a couple of years as well, but this is kind of her focus now, is that she's a Broomball player.
Yeah, she did double duty with hockey and Broomball when she first started, but this has got to be her 4th Juvenile Nationals.
Yeah, she was 20, like this would be...
This is her last year, so... and she's a standout with her hockey experience, so from a goalie standpoint, positioning and rebound control, stuff like that, she had a head start. So that is our coach for the Young Guns, Grant Pringle. He was actually the coach of the original Young Guns, and the player on the left is Linda Thompson, who we were speaking of.
Excited, ready to go.
And that's Sherry Pringle on his right. They were both original Young Guns players.
Okay.
That was a team 25 years ago that the girls started up, and they won provincials, they went to nationals, they had a good group, and eventually it kind of faded away, and whether it was lack of interest or they're just getting older. But Grant, despite not having any coaching teams, good enough to take on the coaching duties from these girls, and has really developed a strong group.
Well, and we were talking about sort of the growth or whatever of the Broomball, and these young women are seeing their mothers playing them. Like, they're not picking up sports just they're getting that example. We talked about the strength of the women's league in Katy, that they're going to the rink and watching the moms play and knowing this is a sport for me right from the very beginning, right? So that would be a powerful message too.
Oh, it is for sure. Fred had mentioned that actually in a radio interview that I did earlier about how it's a fan of the sport, and it is for sure. If you're a kid and you're running around the tournaments and making friends and watching your parents play and watching them have fun, then it's something you're going to want to do.
So here we are, game 2 of our broadcast schedule here, Rogers TV, or of the evening broadcast schedule, is underway. In white, we have the Kilsyth Young Guns, and in black, there's Saskatchewan Big River Crusaders. There's a chance right off the start, and missed net, barely missed by Caitlin Kennedy, number 14, or 54, sorry. The hair sometimes does get in the way. That's Jamie Burnett. And here's another play out to the front for Kilsyth. But it's handled by the Crusaders, and they're moving up the left wing. Picked off there. And Burnett picks it off and scoops it back in. Chasing after it is Simons. We'll call her Simmons.
In the girls' division, I find it tends to be a little bit more wide open. The girls are maybe a little bit more level. The strong teams, you'll notice, they play maybe a more solid defensive game.
Yep.
But really, in most of the girls' tournaments I've been to, it's anybody can win.
And as you said that, we had a 2-on-1 develop for the Crusaders right away. It was stopped at the blue line, but it was developing there for a minute. Here we go, a 2-on-1 the other direction. And with the ball there is Haley Wepler. And that is the sister of Tyson Wepler, who we were talking about in our previous broadcast.
Yeah, so alluding to the family thing again.
Yep.
Rob used to play, and Aaron used to play. I remember Braden and Tyson and Haley always being at arenas watching them, and now all 3 of them are playing. It just seems to be, and it's the same if you're a parent and you enjoy something, then you kind of want to push your kids towards it. They gravitate towards it if they see you having fun at it. So a lot of these kids on the Young Guns team, they are definitely 2nd or 3rd generation broomball players.
Wardell with the ball, plays it up her wing. Caitlin Kennedy can't get it out. And reminding our viewers, we have, I'm sure, some knowledgeable broomball viewers, but some that aren't so knowledgeable, the offensive zone and the offside line, if you want to call it, that is the red line. It's a big offensive zone, so you really have to work hard to clear it out of that zone on defense. And there with the ball is Kennedy, back to Wepler, who knocks it, or sorry, Wardell is number 3, Estelle Wardell.
Well, so that's Linda's daughter, so she's playing as well. Okay. Despite the different last name.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I was whether Linda had a child on the team, and I know Estelle from Owen District Secondary School, a student of mine there, so she was certainly excited about this week of broomball coming up.
Yeah, and the girls and everybody that's playing at this level, they play as much as possible. So the Young Guns team, they actually play in that Palmerston League on Sunday nights, and then Estelle also plays with the team in the Katy Girls League. So,
okay. Oh, and she's going to get a steal here.
She'll be getting up around 100 games in the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow. And there's a pass up the middle. And that met number 12, Sabrina LaRue, in flight, but she couldn't get in too deep. Well, she still got it at the blue line. It's still in the offensive zone. Oh, some good strength there by the Crusaders forward to get it out. Back after it is Erica Vokes. Oh, kept in on an aggressive play by Rianne Wilson. Erica Vokes puts it behind the net to her teammate, number 4, Emily Roney. Oh, and it's played up. Can they get it out? They can't get the chip off the boards, but a fortunate bounce maybe that doesn't get out. Played back in. Here's Roney with it again. Roney gives it away at her own blue line. So the Crusaders with a bit of pressure here. Not dangerous yet, but not letting Kilsyth get it out. And here's Roney. Roney does get it out this time, but brought right back in by Lauren Myers. Now creating a bit of space for herself is Erica Vokes. You can see some experience there. Just move it away from pressure and create some space for yourself. After it's Jamie Burnett, but she just forces a dump down the ice. It is not, I'm just waiting. It did get there, just curled over the line.
I think the defenseman ran just slowly fast enough to make sure that got down for icing.
So not much in the way of offensive chances to speak of yet, but the play certainly has been around the defensive blue line for Kilsyth. Settling into the face-off, Madison Krinky for Saskatchewan, and number 54, Jamie Burnett for Kilsyth, controlled by the Crusaders, but picked off there by Caitlin Schnurr. Now back to the blue line, shot in but blocked by the Crusaders. Bailey Beach, who's a Team Canada field lacrosse player, There's a good shot. Oh, nicely back checked by Natalie Stephen. And a good play by Jessica McGregor to get a whistle.
So Natalie's one of those players that she's also a third-generation broomball player. Her dad Rob played in Katie for years, and also with provincial stuff, and her grandpa Rob as well. But she's one of the players that started broomball at a very young age. She played Pee-wee down in Mildmay with the Rob girls there, and has worked her way up through Bantam and then midget, and now she's on to the young guns here.
Interesting. Caitlin Schnurr plays it back around to Wardell. Chasing it down is Naomi Bouchane. Back into the slot, but controlled by Kilsyth. Taken out of harm's way by Burnett. Burnett chips it out. Chasing after it is Jenna Simmons. Can she get there against her counterpart, number 10, Hallie Price. And a great forecheck there by Simmons, but nobody home in the slot. And it's brought out by the captain for the Crusaders. Tries to go up the middle, but can't get away. Vokes, oh no, sorry, it was 16 in black. Let me get my pages organized. I think I'd have them organized 5 minutes in here. McGregor puts it back to her defense, Naomi Beauchene. Naomi with it, going to come around and see if she's got someone to pass to. Just taking her time, not wanting to give the ball away. It's sort of a light forecheck there from Crusaders. It is not out yet. The Crusaders have it, moving toward the net. Can they get a shot? No. Goes through the slot and out of harm's way over to the boards. Now the Crusaders doing a good job of getting that ball back. Right now Erin LaFond moving in. Oh, just passed just too far in front of her teammate. With it here is Myers. Myers back to LaFond. There's a forehand. Oh, there's a deflection. What a save by McGregor. Oh, I think you would have seen a hand pass called, and that maybe is what was called.
Handball into the crease. One rule with broomball is if you put it into the crease with anything other than your stick, with any intent, be it a hand, chest, head, or especially a foot, it's an automatic whistle and the whistle goes.
Okay.
Face off goes to your end.
So even though nobody touched it, it's into the crease there.
As soon as it goes in the crease, then that's automatic whistle.
What a save by McGregor, just being alert and out the top of her crease, and a really great reflex save on the tipped ball.
Kilsyth kind of got scrambling away there in their own end. Some missed assignments. They're going to want to have to buckle down on those when things don't go right. Or just find the person closest to you and keep between them and the net.
Hallie Price gives it away to Jillian Kennedy. Now Kilsyth has it, plays it into the corner. Erica Vokes plays it into the corner, and now there's Jade Myers. Not much pressure on her. She plays it up the boards. Kept in by Kilsyth. With it now is Kennedy again. Kennedy in the corner against her number counterpart, Myers. With such big offensive zones right back to center ice, it is proving difficult to get the ball out on one shot. You really need a winger there to help you get that out.
Yeah, any sort of home run plays are really hard to do just because it's so much ice to cover. You get a defenseman that's hovering around the red line, and if you're shooting from your goal line, they have a lot of time to intercept that pass.
A defensive play made there by Caitlin Kennedy. I've called her name quite a bit already. Played deep into the zone now by Danica Friesen. Friesen chasing down Sabrina LaRue. But Kilsyth moves it up the boards. There's a little flip shot. Does not get out, as we were just talking about. You've really got to be deliberate about that. Now this could go for icing. I can't see the balls. Yeah, it will. Lost the ball as it went along the boards. So once again, my name is Michael Harris here on Rogers TV, and I'm joined by Ryan Gregg, one of the co-chairs of this great event, the Juvenile Canadian Championships for men's and women's broomball. His counterpart, his co-chair, Linda Thompson, is on the bench coaching right now. So we do appreciate, again, Ryan, that you took the time, because we know you've got other things you could be doing, but we really think it's a great event and love bringing it to you here on Rogers TV.
Well, the good thing about technology.
And there's a shot. You should have been paying attention. A great face-off win out to an uncovered player, and a quick shot caught Jessica McGregor coming across.
That was a good shot off the draw there. Really, it's a hard play to defend. I'd say maybe a young gun player lost their assignment and should have had that winger covered, but an excellent shot off the wing or off the post and in.
And there, that's the captain, number 16. With the face-off win, and I think maybe number 2, Paige Hinson. We'll see if she turns around here. But a great face-off win by Madison Cranky all the way out to that uncovered winger. And it's 1-0. Oh, but here's a break. Oh, Burnett almost away.
Yeah, as I was saying, technology is a great thing sometimes, so I can still do some of my duties here while I'm also doing the color.
And here's a chance. Kilsyth almost with a shot on net. Jenna Simmons was in there, but couldn't quite get the shot away. Oh, there's a block shot and a break potentially for the Crusaders. Oh, and okay, just got their feet tripped up.
Tripped up for their own feet there.
I did look at the both officials just to see what they saw, and just getting tripped up. Might have caught the feet of the Kilsyth player, but certainly just kind of that battle for the ball.
You always have to look at the officials. Sometimes they see the world through a different color lens.
And here is Naomi Beauchesne with the ball, being guarded there by the Crusaders player Paige Hinson. Wardell flips it up to the blue line. It will not get out.
It's much too early for the young guns to panic, but they're definitely going to want to tighten up a little bit here. They're making a lot of sloppy plays, just missed assignments, things that shouldn't be happening when you're at the end of your season in a big event like Nationals.
And here's, because there's another chance coming in there. Doesn't get a shot on net, but a good scoring chance from the Crusaders as Jaylyn Couture broke in. Seems to be a lot of unmarked players for the Crusaders in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they seem to lose their checks a little bit too easily for my liking.
And we're sure that, I mean, definitely when the players come back to the bench, their experienced coaching staff will pick that up and have talks with their players as they get going. We're 9 minutes into an 18-minute period, so we're about a quarter into the game. It is 1-0 Crusaders. The ball's played up the wing, and here's a good forecheck for the Kilsyth Young Guns. On it quickly is Amanda Zettel. And and there's a bobble by the goalie, but cannot be taken advantage of by Haley Wepler. Oh, there's a chance. Haley will get back to the bench and shake her head on that one. She's right in the right place, just couldn't quite tuck it in.
Yeah, a little more finish, and that's a tight game.
Looked like Crusaders were going to get away on a 2-on-1, but a slight bobble has it back deep in their corner. Being chased down there by Hallie Price. Hallie Price plays it up the wing. Amanda Zettel goes in for the Kilsyth Young Guns, takes it away. There's a shot from the point. This goes wide. Myers with it now. Has a bit of time to find someone to pass to. She's just going to go hard off the wing, but right into her teammate, so it doesn't get out. And here's Natalie Stevens, that experienced broomball player you talked about.
You know, in this tournament, she might have more experience than any other player in it. She's been playing as long as I've known her. Basically, the youngest player I've known to play broomball.
And here is what I think is the goal scorer, Paige Hinson, with the ball right now, waiting for some teammates. A little chip pass to Schwark. Schwark has it in the corner, being guarded by Steven. Steven with a nice defensive play, a physical battle against the much bigger in stature player, but Steven stepping right into that. There's a deflected shot that goes harmlessly into the corner, but a bit of pressure being put on right now by the Crusaders. They're just, looks like they're just turning and trying to get the ball to the front of the net to see what happens. And they're okay, played out of harm's way by Bailey Beach. Now, but the Crusaders have it back, and they're making a play toward the front of the net again. Their pursuit on the ball is really good this shift to Crusaders. They lose it, they get it right back.
Crusaders seem to be putting themselves in good position to check the Young Guns on these balls.
And the Young Guns get it out now. No. Excuse me. 3 Crusaders were on it, and here comes Aaron Lafon. Lafon gives it away. But it does not get out. Simons can't get it out. This has got to get out for sure. There it is, and off the clock. Yeah, there's one.
So I must say, Linda and I are the co-chairs of the event, but we've also had a lot of assistance from Krista Gunson. She designed our program and designed all the clothing and organized a lot of the sponsors for us. Another person that just puts in an endless amount of hours to make sure that everything's going as smooth as it is.
Yeah, any event like this takes a huge team, I'm sure. And so those people should feel pretty darn good about themselves. I always think anybody that's feeling any amount of pride or nervousness right now should probably give themselves a pat on the back for the work that they've done leading up and what they'll do all weekend. So the Kilsyth Young Guns are what I would call hemmed in right at the moment. And they're going to get a penalty called against them. Oh, excuse me.
So that's got a high broom penalty. So one difference in broomball compared to hockey is if you touch the ball with your broom above your shoulders, that's an automatic penalty.
Okay.
So instead of a whistle, they actually send you straight to the box.
So that's like the old timers hockey tournament last week. But I mean, that's a good safety play. Keep your sticks low.
Yeah, the Federation had found that they were getting a lot of dental claims, a lot of lost teeth, or just unfortunate injuries. So if you want to combat that, especially with the flip and balls being up high, more so than a puck, high brooms are more prevalent than they are in other sports.
Alexandra Samet with that penalty. So the Young Guns really need to work hard in this penalty kill. They do not want to go down 2-0.
No, 2-0. Like we mentioned earlier, the offense is hard to come by. So if you're down 2 goals, not to say that it can't happen, but
right,
you're definitely making a lot more work for you than you want.
So here it is being controlled by number 10, Hallie Price, back to her teammate Jade Myers, her defensive partner. A well-blocked shot by the Young Guns. A chip high over the net by the Crusaders. But the Crusaders get it back. And now it's Cranky with it, the captain. She wants a shot on net. Misses the net to the her right-hand side. Just trying to kind of freeze it in the corner and kill time was Kilsyth. Here's Cranky again. Cranky all the way across. Oh, and a bounce into the slot. Oh, almost a dangerous play bouncing toward McGregor. Cranky with it, just staying outside, seeing where her passes are. So they're getting those one-timers off. They're not showing a lot of patience, but it's working. They're getting shots toward the net.
Yeah, the Young Guns are going to have to be a lot stronger on their brooms here. They're getting a lot of balls that are bouncing towards them, and they're not working hard enough to come away with it.
Another shot from the point. Oh, and that hit the post, and it's in. I would like to actually see that from McGregor's standpoint. I'm not sure if you would have seen that shot. Kind of a wall in front of her and off the post, and in the net. Result a 2-0 lead for the Saskatchewan Big River Crusaders.
Yeah, so more proof that not every shot has to be absolutely blistering. That was a bit of a looper, if anything, and just enough to get around the defense.
And here's the replay. Not trying to hide anything, just blasting it on net. And I think that was Jade Myers.
There it is, tipped in by number 2, Amanda Zettel.
And that's just a bad luck play. So let's see what Kilsyth can do to work their way back into this game. Down 2-0. Oh, and it's got to get out from that point, and this one does. So now we have Burnett on it. 2-on-2, she gets taken down. Didn't like it, so she goes back, but she goes back after the ball. She's going to get a penalty. So a head check. She did not like getting taken down there, and gave a bit of a shot to number 14, Jalen Couture, who took her down.
And when you're down 2 goals, having a retaliation penalty like that, that's a bit of a killer. Now they have to go back on the penalty kill where they just struggled and let one in. Hopefully the Young Guns can regroup and commit a little more. If you're going to be playing a box like that, you need all your players to commit to eating some rubber. So yeah, you might get some colorful bruises at the end of the week, but it's you feel a lot better with the bruise on the front of you than letting a goal in behind you.
That could be on the back of a t-shirt, that's for sure. So here we go, it starts with a physical battle in the corner. Yeah, and that's Eric Brooks, assistant captain, with some experience here for the Young Guns. So back to LaFawn. LaFawn just ripping it. So same strategy, looks like, as the last power play, just get shots. Now there's another play with that first power play. Kilsyth had it on the stick but could not get it out of the zone. Under control. Lauren Myers with the ball now. Back to LaFawn. Into the corner to Paige Hinson. Hinson has it. Crusaders showing some good patience now. And there's that shot that we talked about. So blocks, a couple good blocks, but they're not going to get it out again. Should she have run with that a little bit?
She should have carried that and just find some open ice. And like you mentioned earlier, it's so hard to ice the ball. put it down just with a little touch and make them go all the way down to their end and start over.
There's Amanda Zettel with a physical battle in the corner against number 2, Paige Hinson, 2-on-2. And 16 against 16 in behind the net. But those extra numbers for the Crusaders mean they've got the ball.
Myers, I wonder if the third game of the day is starting to wear on the young guns. They're looking a little tired here.
That's a good point, Ryan, that they're playing their third game while the Crusaders are just playing their second.
Amanda is a strong, tall, like rugby player.
Yep.
There's not many girls in this division that should be able to outmuscle her. She just looks a little tired.
And they, I believe, started maybe even at 8 a.m. this morning. Or when did the game start this morning? So
they weren't the 8 o'clock game. They were the 9 o'clock game. So it's still early enough, especially for teenage girls. They like to sleep in.
But none of them are sleeping in period 8 class. Here we go. So Kilsyth trying to get it out. They've got the ball again. They seem to be able to get the ball in these penalty kills, but does not have that extra play to get it out. But Burnett is back on the ice. So they killed that one off. And she's going to have something to prove here. You can see the way she ran back on after that penalty that she has something to prove.
And that's a hand pass. So in Broomball, you can hand pass behind your own blue line. But as soon as the ball crosses the blue line, then that's an automatic whistle.
When I thought that was going to be a hand pass, but the way that the Kilsyth players chasing it down, I thought, okay, maybe I don't know this rule.
Yeah, but, no, just in the heat of the moment, wanting to go get that ball.
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't take anything for granted. So 2 minutes left in the first half. 2-0 Crusaders. The Kilsyth Young Guns have some work to do. I'm sure they would like to get that work started before the end of this period.
Yeah, even if they don't score in this last 2 minutes, I'm sure that they're hoping for a good strong shift, get some pressure, something to build on heading into the intermission.
Kennedy against Schwark, and Schwark wins the draw for the Crusaders. Not played in very deep in the zone. That is a play up the red line, but not out once again. So Kilsyth with it behind their net. Naomi Bouchane with it. She's got 2 Crusaders on her, so chips it up the board. There's some space there. Nice pass up the middle. That's going to get out. And here goes Jillian Kennedy. Can she get away? The defender's on her knees. Kennedy still has it, but it goes the other direction. A chip play by the Crusaders. Nice body check there by Bouchane. Here goes Estelle Wardell. She gets it deep, but that I do not believe is going to be icing because number 10 is going to catch it. Oh, it was. So she was going after it and just beat her there.
Just fast enough to not quite make it, I guess, again.
That's one of those plays that Old Sound, we are in Old Sound, but I shouldn't say that. Kilsyth, the Young Guns needed on the penalty kill, that strong play down the ice. We have not talked very much about Mackenzie Myers, the goaltender for the Big River Crusaders. She's made a couple of nice kind of saves, just not letting the ball roll away from her, rebound control, but has not been real busy yet today.
Yeah, the second half of this period, it's been all Big River, that's for sure.
There's a giveaway in the slot, a dangerous giveaway by Kilsyth. Now they come out. Paige Hinson back on defense, hustles back. She's going to take it in. A minute left in the period. Hinson makes a nice play up to LaFawn, who plays it into the middle. Looked like a good breakout shaping up. There's a shot toward the net, but played away just calmly by Lauren Myers. Natalie Stevens showing some great ball control. Bit of a 3-on-2. Chips it toward the net. Oh, no, baseball tackle. Oh, what a save. So I don't know if she meant to make the save, but she did. A great play, Sabrina LaRue right in there.
It's a little bit of ball control and a little bit of creativity, and you get good chances. So.
When you saw that, you mentioned the creativity, that was definitely an intentional play up that high over top, knowing that Sabrina LaRue was going to the net and play that out of the air.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Natalie. There was no other way to get the ball over towards the front of the net.
So there's the end of the period. Comes to an end, unfortunately, for the Kilsyth Young Guns, a 2-0 deficit. But the Big River Crusaders are going to be feeling good about themselves. And here's the replay. Stevens kept it in really well on the blue line.
She does a good job of keeping her head up and seeing what her options are. And the only way to get the ball around that defenseman is to go up and over. So.
And you could see Myers, the goalie, was kind of lunging out at it. Was just, I don't want to say lucky to get that off of her leg. She was in the right position. But let's see if that can energize the Young Guns in the second half of the game.
Yeah, hopefully they can find something, whether it's Red Bull and water bottles or something, but they definitely need to jump here. Grant's giving them some instruction, but really they're not getting it skilled, they're just getting it work. So hopefully they can find a little bit more energy. We have 1 period left here to try to get 2 goals, get things tied up.
Yeah, they'll be, I mean, there'll be lots of fans here for the young guns that they get energized. We actually have, it looks like joining us up here in the booth, talking about public address announcements about walls, some young gun alumni, maybe some of the mothers of these players up here, just some Broomball fans. So the Kilsyth team will have the fans behind them.
Yeah, between the Flyers playing last game, the Young Guns playing next game, or this game, and then our opening ceremonies again to follow this game. And then, of course, with work being over and people being able to come in and evening, we should have lots of locals here. We've had lots of support from the local Juvenile community and from people who don't play Broomball and just like seeing youth sports and events in the community. But hopefully we can get this place filled each night. Obviously we're not going to get attack-sized crowds, but a couple hundred people at least would be nice. At the Senior Nationals, being in an event in an arena the size of the Bayshore, you'd never expect 3,000 fans for Broomball, but at the same time, we did have some really good crowds. If we'd been at the rec center, it probably would have been too much to hold. So we are in the right place, but hopefully we can get as many people as we can, and people can be loud and cheer these players on.
Well, and as we've talked about, I get the impression we think that Broomball is in a growth phase in our area, at least in our communities. And so, you know, the next time you get to host this, you'll probably want to take a breather for a little while. But
yeah, I think not even just myself. Like, we've got great volunteers, but it definitely, if you look over the schedules that Linda's made from the last 3 events, you see a lot of the same names popping up over and over. So with 3 events in 4 years, it's been awesome. But at the same time, we'll give everybody a little bit of a rest before we tackle anything again.
So here we go. It is period number 2, 18 minutes per half. 18 minutes per half, and Kilsyth has some work to do. The ball's brought up the floor. They're in the offensive zone, a good place to start here to get back, to get on the score sheet. But that's played out strong by their Big River Crusaders. Certainly with a 2-goal lead, they're maybe not going to go into that prevent right away, but they know they don't have to push the pace. Yeah,
I would be expecting Big River to just send one for a checker here and likely to play their centerman almost as a third defense. If they get a chance, they get a chance, but they won't be forcing the issue too much, I wouldn't think.
And you can see there just tried to chip out, but a nice forecheck by Caitlin Schnurr, and her teammate Amanda Zettel gets it. Schnurr with it on the blue line, battling against Kenzie Deemers, number 22.
Here's the kind of thing they need. They get a bounce in. Hopefully Haley can go collect this loose ball, and they can get some pressure here.
Wepler against Myers, and Myers kind of comes away with it there to Hinson, but Zettel's right on that too. So here's a good forecheck. Get them hemmed in a little bit for Kilsyth. Zettel with the ball now. Back to the blue line, and that's number 23, Bailey Beach. Again, I'm used to seeing her with the cross stick, but there's a chance for Wepler. Can't quite connect on the side of the net. Wepler again. So Wepler's all over that crease area. Hinson with the ball, makes a quick move around Bailey Beach, and now Hinson is gone. They've got a 3-on-1, but Beach working to get back. Here's Hinson. Can she get it across to her teammates? Tries a little flip shot, but McGregor's there. McGregor didn't bite on the fake. Bailey Beach hustled back. Here's Hinson again. Oh, good save by McGregor. And she could swallows up the next chance.
That's good timing for Whistler. I think those Young Guns players are desperate for a line change.
So it goes in one end. The Kilsyth had some good chances, a little bit of pressure, and maybe too much pressure because the Crusaders came down a 3-on-1 and developed 3 good scoring chances.
Yeah, it's a tough balance to try to play. You know, you got to get some pressure on, and you got to get the ball down low and help each other out in order to get some quality scoring chances. And you're going to sacrifice a bit of defense to make that happen.
Yeah, that's a good point that you make. They've got to push. They've got to pressure. And here's a chance. Oh, and a little bit of I'd call it a hook, but defensive play by the Crusaders. Break up a breakaway. The ball to the front of the net with the goaltender facing the wrong way, but they can't find the proper stick. Here's Wardell blasting to the front. Can they get a bounce? It comes up to the blue line, and Emery Price is going to get it to to the red line. No, and Estelle Wardell just kind of a bad bounce off her foot.
Young Guns are going to have to take some chances on plays like that too. Start pinching in on the forwards and try to keep that pressure on, backing out and letting the Big River wingers clear the zone. That's not going to help them.
Yeah. LaRue plays it out up the middle. Settle chasing after it, almost got it back. And here's Emery Price on the battle with Wardell. Myers with it now. Myers just blasts it toward the net, and McGregor takes no chances and bats it away. Wardell puts it behind. And right there is Erica Vokes, who's almost checked for it. So that's the play we're going to see from the Crusaders. If it's anywhere near, just blast it deep in the zone, and maybe you'll get it back, maybe you won't, but it'll take time off the clock. 14 minutes left here in the game. 2-0 Crusaders out of Saskatchewan, playing the Kilsyth Young Guns. Natalie Stephen with a bit of a fake, and then over to her defensive partner. Got to get it over the red line. Oh, and here's a break. This is Burnett. Had a penalty today, so she was feeling a little guilty. I thought one shift, and she might, yeah. I was going to say she might get a penalty here, but I think she was just going to get a warning and then a cross-check into the post. We didn't get any penalties out of that.
He's picking who he wants. It looks like maybe 2 Young Guns and 1 Big River player.
Well, I thought Burnett was going to get it. He blew the whistle a second time because she kind of took a poke at the goalie. You'll see it here. The goalie clearly has it wrapped up, and she was going to get a penalty for that. And then there's the penalty. I actually don't think she got hit that hard. She might have
see the replay. That might have been unfortunate for diving.
Yeah. But so, you are right, though. I didn't see what happened for Jillian Kennedy to get that penalty. She must have gone back then after the player for the Big River Crusaders, who is Jade Myers. So Myers in the box, along with Burnett and Jillian Kennedy for the Kilsyth Young Guns.
So with a 4-on-3, or 4-on-4 usually, but a 4-on-3, there's a lot more space, especially with ice surface as big as the Bayshore. The Young Guns, if they can get a block shot, they could have a chance at a shorthanded goal, but on the other side of things, Big River's going to have a lot of room here if they can move the ball around. It's really hard to defend well with triangle.
I'll tell you that Madison Granke, the captain, number 16 for the Big River Crusaders, I don't think she's lost a face-off yet. It led directly to their first goal, and there they got a good scoring chance right off the face-off. Whoa, that was a good shot too, in by Madison Myers. So we've got 3 Myers on this team from Big River. Whether they're sisters or cousins or not related at all, I'm not sure, but with it being a 4-year age gap, there's a good chance they are sisters. That just enhances that idea you talked about being very much a family-oriented sport.
Yeah, and there's they could be cousins as well. I've got a couple of Gregs that I played with and against over the years, and I have a couple of sisters. One of them has a daughter on the team, actually, Amanda Zettel.
Right, I hadn't put that together. Yes.
Yeah, her mother Heather is my sister, and she played, and our father played, and I'd imagine my kids will play. It just seems to be what you do, especially if you're from the Katy area.
Yeah. And there's a good play by McGregor to steer it to the corner, but look at the hustle there by Madison Myers to get the ball back. So they're not quitting. They're up 2-0, but they're not going to take anything for granted, these Big River Crusaders. A nice one-timer.
Well, I hate to say it for the Young Guns, but a 3rd goal by Big River here would pretty much be the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
3 goals is tough to score in a lot of Broomball games, and 3 goals inside 12 minutes is that's an extremely tall task.
LaFond, fans on the last one. It goes to Granke, their captain. Here's LaFond again, whose name we've called quite a bit on defense. To the one-timer for Granke. And there, off the face, is Natalie Stephen. She seems like she can handle it. Right back into the middle of things. So going high was Myers and missed the net over the blocker hand of Jessica McGregor. Granke with it with the backhand, but just gets underneath it, not much. You have to be careful in these boards. These balls are bouncing back out to dangerous scoring areas quite a bit. Even strength now, all the players, it looks like a wholesale change, but it's really just everybody coming out of the penalty box, and McGregor freezes it up, and so coaches can get their lines organized again.
Yeah, so that play off the boards, you might not see it as much this week because the kids will not have practiced it as much as in the seniors, but at the Senior Nationals 2 years ago, there were teams that they were practicing that in warm-ups, and they practiced that on the Tuesday when they had their ice time. I've seen a lot of goals get scored by a person intentionally shooting wide and the ball bounces out and tap it in.
Yep.
If the goalie doesn't push off the post, then it's really hard for them to get across from side to side. So if the goalie gets stuck, if he's out at the top of the crease challenging and you miss intentionally, he's pretty much flopping like a fish to try to get across the net.
I was just envisioning that in my head, trying to get grip to push your way across.
Yeah, and it's
certainly
tough.
Not Carey Price going side to side with their goalie skates on.
No, that's right. And you will see them use the nets to try to push across, and then usually by the end of the day, the nets pop off a little easier than they did before because they just get abused a little bit.
So the Big River Crusaders out of Saskatchewan controlling the play here. They had a 2-minute power play, and don't seem like they want to give the ball back. But here we go. Kilsyth takes it back, give it away, and it gets put back in deep by Jade Myers. Wardell with it. Her defense partner Bailey Beach going into the corner as an outlet. She blasts it right up the boards to Sabrina LaRue. LaRue can't get it past Myers and Couture on the boards. It's got Couture with it. A pass over. There's a good shot by McGregor, equal to the task. Kind of a delayed shot from Kenzie Demers to let McGregor get across. The one-timer might have had it, but a nice pass, three-way passing play from the Big River Crusaders.
It's a missed opportunity for Big River there. If she got that shot off a little quicker and didn't allow Jess to slide across, that could have been the third goal that pretty well wrote this thing off.
Now McGregor got across and made the save, and let's see again, you always look for these moments. Can that energize Kilsyth to get back in this game? They're down in the offensive zone for the first time. They are not any longer. And look at the speed on Schwartz. Right around the outside of Naomi Beauchesne, who's not giving up on it. It's into the slot. Beauchesne has it now, so good defensive coverage out front by Erica Vokes. Played up the boards to Caitlin Schnurr. Oh, but it's not out. A missed pass, and Cork with it. Good block by Vokes. McGregor taps it into the corner. Beauchesne after it. Can't be handled by Julie Simmons. But here's Vokes, one of the assistant captains for Kilsyth. Play up the left board.
Vokes is another big name in the Broomball community. Plenty of different Vokes have played over the years.
Oh, that's a great aggressive defensive play right there. Knowing the stage of the game, and that's maybe the experience. Is that what you're going to say?
Yep, that's the experience in Natalie. She knows that it's time to go, so they're going to have to take some chances on defense because they're going to need a goal pretty soon here.
Yeah. 8.5 minutes left. The Kilsyth Young Guns have gone 1-1 today. They would love to get back in this game and try for another win. But right now, it's looking in favor of the Big River Crusaders, who are 0-1 today, if I remember back to the standings. So they're looking to get on a winning track at this tournament.
Yes, they started off the day with a tough team. They lost 2-0. They got scored on a couple times early, and just actually, you know what? It's very similar to this game. Just the shoes on the other foot for them.
Mackenzie Myers didn't really have to make much of a save, but she doesn't take any chances and covers it up against the face-off. And that's Cranky out there right now, number 16 for Madison Cranky. As I said, I don't think she's lost a draw today for the Big River Crusaders, so it's a good idea for a goalie to get a face-off, but she's up against Jamie Burnett, who's been very feisty as a player today, so we'll see who wins this. But there's Grenke again, controls it with her feet. Oh, and a nice chip play. Play up the boards, then a chip from Grenke.
Yeah, face-offs are so important, especially when you're trying to control a lead here. If you get the ball, it is really hard to get it back. Forechecks, they work to an extent, but if you're a defenseman and you get a ball and everything's developing in front of you, it's much easier to dictate the play than if you're a forward trying to chase and get that ball back.
When you saw how quickly that play developed, Cranky, well, she lost that face-off out in the neutral zone, lost it to Jillian Kennedy. But yeah, you saw how quickly that play happened. She won the draw, quick up the boards, and a chip out. Like I'm sure they practiced those plays in their practices back in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you work on at practices with your full team, and you work all season to try to get that stuff right.
Now here's a break, a one-on-one. Going out is Jillian Kennedy, but she's lost the ball in the corner. They get it back. Haley Wepler on it. Haley Wepler in her last, probably what is her last year as a juvenile player, if I'm getting her age correct. Out into the slot. No damage done there, and Big River gets it out. Natalie Stephen did what she could to try and keep it in, but couldn't get it. Now slow change by Kilsyth, wanting to be sure not to get too many players on the ice, I'm sure.
It's tough when the ball's right at your bench like that.
As an Adam hockey coach, I've been victimized by making the change just as the puck comes right back to your bench area. So here's Burnett with the ball. See if she can be a difference maker. She passes it up on the backhand, and a fortunate bounce there. A good play. Here comes Zettel for it. Amanda Zettel has the ball on the half boards, on the hash mark. She's making a move toward the front of the net. Gets the ball out there, but unfortunately it goes to a Crusaders player. Nice defensive play, hustling back is Burnett. And she's going to, okay, sorry, it was an offside. Yep, I saw the hands of the ref go up and was a little worried. Jenna Simmons with it, puts it back to Wardell. Wardell chips it back up to Simmons. Into the middle, just out of the reach of Burnett. And here's Demers. Good body check by Bailey Beach.
It's, hopefully the Young Guns can build a little momentum off that. It's about as big a hit as you're going to see in this tournament, especially on the women's side.
A big open ice hit there. It is into the slot. Oh, just out of the reach of Caitlin Schnurr, but she gets it back. Kind of a by accident, well, not by accident, but it snuck through a couple sticks to get out to Schnurr and just past her outstretched stick. Now they're on the forecheck. It's a nice play by Simmons to keep it in. Beach has it now. Beach into the slot area. There's Simmons with the shot. Sorry, Kennedy. Jillian Kennedy's number 7. Natalie Stevens staring down Couture on defense. Oh, good play back to Beach. Steven looks like she had lost it there, but
yeah, the girls are going to have to work on getting the ball up immediately. Every time that they take a couple extra seconds to move the ball up from a breakout, that's just a couple more seconds off the clock. They're going to have to be a little bit more urgent. They're under 5 minutes left.
It is, as Ryan said, 5 minutes left in this game on Wednesday evening. You're watching on Rogers TV or on the Rogers YouTube channel, and certainly we expect viewership to pick up too as the weekend goes along. If you are watching tonight, continue watching. You'll see opening ceremonies and a couple more games, and then get your buns down here over the next couple of days, either over to the Rec Center, Julie MacArthur Regional Recreation Center, or the Bay Shore, and watch some of this men's and women's juvenile broomball action. The Big River Crusaders looking to even their record at 1-1 as they lost earlier today. Kilsyth Young Guns desperately over the next 4 minutes and 40 seconds trying to tie this game up.
And if you happen to be in the Owen Sound area and you get a thirst on, we do have a bar open each night, opening at 5 for the duration of the night, and then Friday for the playoffs and Saturday for the championships.
Down here at the Bay Shore, I guess.
Just at the Bay Shore.
So there was a chance, the ball across the crease, but Mackenzie Myers did a nice job of swatting it away. She hasn't been real busy, but when called upon, she's been alert and ready. Here's Natalie Stephen, getting to the slot, tries to put it through, but it's blocked there by Cranky.
That's one task of a broomball goalie, is sometimes you'll have long stretches without getting a shot, and you have to be up to the task when it comes around.
And there was another close play by Jenna Simmons. Just wide, and then she tried to bank it off the goalie, and you can tell the goalie was worried about that, but didn't connect. Natalie Stephen chasing it down. She's going to go back up the middle here to her teammate, Jillian Kennedy. Kennedy's got some room. Yep. Offside, yep. Looked like Burnett was just offside, maybe on this side.
So this is my final game for color commentary,
yes.
So I just definitely want to put in a big thank you to Rogers and the team. You guys do an excellent service for us. Again, the coverage is second to none. It's never been better on any broomball event that I've ever seen, and I've seen all of them since online streaming has become a thing. So we've come a long way from a single camera with somebody talking in the background and falling asleep at the switch. You guys we can't thank you enough for everything that you do, and all the volunteers running the cameras and Mark in the booth, making sure everything's running smooth. And then the crew back at the studio, getting our coaches on to promote the event on Grey County Life. And again, we did a couple filler segments for when we have pauses here. Just all the extra work that Martin helps and everybody helps to get us through. Without you guys, I don't know what we do.
Well, you're certainly welcome, Ryan. And Mark Perry, you mentioned the producer here, kind of runs the whole Rogers show. Rogers has made that commitment to producing minor sports throughout the year, and when big events like this come in, it's really important for our programming, and we enjoy doing it. So, and yeah, I mean, as I've said, you guys are congratulated for bringing these types of events. We love doing it, so we hope we get, again, take a breather for a couple of years, we'll get some more events back in here. You know,
yeah, it's paying dividends. In Wyerton, they've started a co-ed fun night, and they say a lot of it is just because they came down to the provincials and the nationals and saw it and thought they'd give it a whirl, and now they're looking into starting a whole program up there. So same with the Kilsyth group, the kids come in and see this high competition and think they want to give it a whirl. So if anybody's intrigued by broomball, now's the time to come check it out.
There's a play the Kilsyth Young Guns going for. Oh, a little deflection shot. Those can be exactly kind of a tip off her defense person. She got out of sorts a little bit and just about. So coming out of the timeout, Kilsyth gets a chance, and the goalie has been pulled. Jessica McGregor is on the bench.
I was sure the bounces where goalies put it in their own net only happened when I was on the ice for the team that did it.
Yeah. So they've got control. 6 on 5. Now they're going to have to get the ball back. Jillian Kennedy can't control it. And here goes Big River. A big body check along the boards. Good way to separate the player from the ball. There's a good save. Can we keep it out of the net? They can. So this is good for Big River. 3 minutes left, or 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. It is a 2-0 deficit for the Young Guns. They got to get the ball going the other direction.
Yeah, it appears that they're getting worried about getting scored on an empty net, but you can't focus on that. You need to focus on getting the ball out.
Yeah, I thought, sorry to interrupt you there, but that was a pretty easy penalty for the ref to call. Sorry, Ryan, to cut you right off.
No, that's a big uncalled for hit, so she's going to go sit in the sin bin for 2 minutes or less for roughing.
Because it actually was a good body check by LaFond, just right here, a good body check. And there was no need for that one right there. So Myers could do her team a bit of a disservice here.
And one thing with broomball that viewers may not know is that you can't ice it on a penalty kill.
Okay,
so if they blast it down, then it's still icing.
Jade Myers in the box, but there's Cranky with it. A nice body check there by Bailey Beach. Cranky will be just as happy to blast this one down the ice. Wardell saves that one. Up here to Simmons.
So in an interesting defense there, usually on a penalty kill you run 3 players up to the red line and try to form a wall.
Right.
Big River, I guess, are just going to concede it. But now they're playing defense in their own zone.
There's a nice play. I can't see who that defender was for Big River. Oh, Cranky can't get it out. After there was a nice play by... It's not Jade Myers in the penalty box. It's Demers. I'm sorry, I was mistaken. Lauren Myers. Jeez, can't get all these names correct. The other Myers in the penalty box. Anyway, doesn't matter. Here's LaFond with it, controlling it amongst 2 Kilsyth Young Guns. She's able to get it up to the 3rd Myers. And is Cranky going to win the race amongst the 16s? Oh, a great play there by Erica Vokes. The 2 16s chasing it down, and Vokes knocks it out of the way. But Myers hits her own player, Cranky. Here goes, nope, LaFond on it. A diving play to get it away from Burnett.
Really can't say enough that I really think the 3rd game for the Young Guns is they're undoing tonight.
Yeah, that extra step just maybe isn't there.
Yeah, Big River just had a player walk through 2 Young Gun defenders, and that's just not really anything that can happen when you're up by 2 players here. They have a 2-player advantage, and they're not working hard enough to get that ball back.
And here's Schwark with it, just going to play it back. 45 seconds left. LaFond, who's been a very strong player on defense for Big River, plays it in. Bailey Beach with the save, but Schwartz still has it. Just riding out the string, 35 seconds. And here it is for Big River. 25 seconds left. They're going to be happy to even up their record going into day 2 of this tournament. Kept in there by Myers, just dumps it into the corner, 15 seconds. Bailey Beach will just hang on to it. Beach plays it up the wing. Caitlin Schnurr plays it to the blue line. And the Kilsyth Young Guns can't quite get it out. And there it is, Natalie Stephen with the ball, puts it up to the referee after, I'll say a hard-fought loss for the Young Guns. You might be right, Ryan, that maybe just didn't quite have the legs left today. They're playing their 3rd game compared to Big River playing their 2nd.
Yeah, I would say that was probably the biggest contributing factor. They came out and they started off the game with a lot of energy, and you could just see it kind of, the air got let out of their balloon just as the game went on. So one advantage to that is tomorrow they know that they're a team that only plays 2 games, and some of the opponents that they'll play will have to play 3. So it all works out in the end. Hopefully this loss doesn't vary them from not being able to the A side. But yeah, hopefully they get some rest tonight and bounce back tomorrow.
Now we'll hear who Fred Walls tells us are the players of the game. Again, when you don't have a whole ton of goals, sometimes the player of the games aren't as obvious as they might be in other sports. But that is maybe a good thing, because of course we look at other aspects of the game.
Yeah, the All-Star Committee, they're forced to pay attention to the whole game from in both ends. So, and each player here that gets the player of the game for the round robin, they get a pin from the CBF, and they also get a bottle of maple syrup from Carl Spencer and Rambling Anchors that has one of our logos for the event, and it'll provide a good keepsake for them to go home with.
And so we had Erica Vokes, an assistant captain for Kilsyth, and we had Madison Myers, number 8, an assistant captain for her team as the players of the game. Certainly, I remember calling their names each this game, so very deserved awards. And so, as you said, regrouping for tomorrow for Kilsyth, and getting geared up for trying to one win and 2 losses for Kilsyth, 1-1, 1 win, 1 loss for Big River. So neither one of them out of contention for some playoff action.
No, it is wide open. Like Seaway, they went 2-0 today. They beat Kilsyth in their first game of the day in overtime, and it was a very even game. So basically, if you make the A side, you've got a shot. I was at a senior nationals once where we squeaked into the A side. We were 2-3, but for some reason in a bunch of tiebreakers, we got the 4th place spot, and then we beat the number 1 seed that had beat us 6-0 in the round robin. So, and then in the final, a team that beat us even worse than that. We only lost 2-1, and we scored as the buzzer went. So all you got to do is make the playoffs, and anything can happen.
Well, that is what they say. That's why you play the games, right? These games can go either way. And Kilsyth had a couple of chances here and there, and who knows, one of those squeaks in, and it just changes the complexion of the game entirely. So, just quickly, I know you're heading down to be involved in this opening ceremonies, or
yes,
what are you doing? So,
I get to stand on the ice and try to look as pretty as I can, which isn't very pretty, but get to go down, and we're going to have all the teams. They'll come out on the ice with their province flag and their team name. They're being led out by midget players from our local programs.
Yeah, I was looking over some of the names, and that's great. And lots of older siblings playing for the local teams.
Yes,
in
that's
this
right.
too,
So
right?
yeah, it sounds like a broken record, but again, back to the family thing. So, and then we also have a welcome speech from Mayor Ian Boddy, and from the CBF President George Brown, and the FBAO President Jerry Weaver.